Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Figuratively Speaking. It is storming outside here, so I'm not sure how long this is going to stay up, but we will see how things progress. Masterversal Toy Hunter, great to see you. Thanks for joining the stream. Tonight, I am going to be doing an unboxing and review of Jitsu. I'm going to try and take my time with this, let everybody who joins in the chat have a chance to get into the giveaway. It will be simple to do this. Share my screen. Get into right here. All right. So in order to get into the giveaway in the chat, you must put hashtag MVSkeletor87 giveaway. And when I get everyone in the chat, I will go ahead and pull my draw at the end of the stream. So tonight, Jitsu from New Eternia, Masterverse, is my review. And my giveaway, excuse me one second, I should have had it with me. Is Skeletor from the 1987 Masters of the Universe Masterverse collection. So, with that being said, Jitsu. Jitsu is a fictional character from the popular Masters of the Universe toy line. accompanying the animated series He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. He is a member of the Evil Warriors. I am very horrible with names. I am so sorry if I butcher your name. Gilliam Barnaby, great to see you. Thank you for joining. So Jitsu was introduced to Masters of the Universe toy line as part of the third series of figures in 1984. However, he made his debut on the cartoon a year earlier in one of the show's earliest episodes called The Dragon Invasion. An early intention of the cartoon was to promote upcoming figures, and Jitsu is a prime example of this. The figure was still in the development stage at the time of this episode. Therefore, his appearance is slightly different, his right hand seemingly being made of flesh rather than gold. Although it should be noted that even with the released figures, the Filmation version sometimes differed slightly in appearance, which is true. In the Filmation version, he didn't have the golden hand, so his fist was not mechanical, or his chopping hand was not mechanical. It was actually fleshy, so he did not have the same type of hand like Fisto did. When they brought it to the character of the toy line, they gave him the chopping hand. In fact, his name wasn't even Jitsu at that moment in time. In the early ons of Jitsu, his name was actually Chopper, also aka Chop Chop, and then the name Jitsu stuck. The Filmation versions sometimes differed slightly in appearance. The character's name in the series Bible is Chopper, although he is never called this or any other name on screen. His role in this episode is a mere background appearance, accompanying Skeletor and his minions in the invasion of Castle Grayskull. Not only is his name never mentioned, but he only has one line, and aside from a brief display of his karate chopping abilities, is given no development whatsoever. He is never featured in the series again either, and that's kind of disappointing because I think Jitsu really has a whole lot to offer the Masters of the Universe line, and he really wasn't given his just due. He is never featured in the series again, even after his figure finally hit the market, due to the producer's fears that he would be perceived as a racial stereotype. And I can kind of see where that is, and at the same time, we're talking about a toy and a character, all through comic strips and whatnot. You got to look at all the different combined characters, not just Masters of the Universe, but you could say the same thing about Dick Tracy. You can say the same thing about just about any of the old comic books from the 70s and 80s. Predominantly, most of your animation characters back in those days were Caucasian. Whenever you had any types of movies depicting any other ethnic group, they always seemed to be downplayed, and actually seemed is the wrong word. They were very much downplayed. So I can understand where Filmation and whereas Mattel also kind of had that little bit of transparency to themselves to say, are we going to be looked at a certain way for having a character of Asian descent or whatnot? Because when you look at Masters of the Universe, you see He-Man, Teela, Man-at-Arms, Sorceress. When you get to the east side of the characters, you don't see races in the sense that other ethnic groups. You see other creatures, and that kind of gives it that lean that I don't know how to word it. Almost that, excuse me, that it's almost like there were no other ethnicities in the land of Eternia other than Caucasian men and women, which is not true. In fact, coming into the fruition of, now mind you, you have to go into now what we call earlier cartoons. Now we're seeing other races come to fruition. You've got Clamp Champ, of course, Jitsu, and now you got the Sunman line, which I really love because you've got that ethnicity group starting to make full circle. So now you can now we have a full ethnicity. We have a good rounded group of characters. When his figure was released, he was promoted as the evil master of martial arts and was widely seen as a rival to the heroic character Fisto. Released in the same wave, based on the similarity of their designs, both had spring-loaded right arms. However, the mini-comic, The Clash of Arms, packaged with both of their figures, hints loosely at some kind of rivalry between them. No media ever produces any official background or backstory between the two characters. Many comic books and storybooks ignore the idea of any connection between them altogether, leaving fans only to guess at what the connection between the two characters may be. Aside from a couple of figures released later in the toy line, Jitsu is one of the least featured characters of the entire franchise. Even most storybooks and comics give the character only minor roles at most, such as in his two other mini comics, outings, which is Hordak, the Ruthless Leaders, and Leader's Revenge, and Mantenna's Menace of the Evil Horde. And he has never given an official origin or any real character development. It is possible that this character's underexposure may relate to the fears of racial stereotyping that led him to be mostly excluded from the cartoon. The closest that Jitsu gets to an origin story is from Germany, a German magazine published by Interpart. In the story, Jitsu is a karate master from the East Empire of Eternia, who wanders Eternia searching for worthy rivals. Skeletor convinces him to fight He-Man, and when He-Man faces Jitsu in front of Grayskull, Jitsu shows his strengths by breaking a rock with his hand and a tree with his head. He-Man then proceeds to tear the ground up where Jitsu is standing. So the martial artist decides to search for rivals anywhere else, despite Skeletor telling him to come back. So when you really do look at Jitsu, he's very underplayed. And it's a shame because this is a wonderful character. He's a wonderful addition to the Masterverse. He's a wonderful addition to Origins and the Vintage lines. Jitsu was included in Series 6 of NECA's Masters of the Universe mini statue line. He also came with a pack-in figure of Ophidius, which had originally been planned for release in 2005. The line is a continuation of the discontinued 2002 Mattel Masters of the Universe action figures, also designed by Four Horsemen Studios, and is sculpted in similar size and style. Series 6 is the finale in the line that was released in 2007. Promotional material by Mattel throughout the 1980s often depicts Jitsu riding atop the evil horse Night Stalker, and once again drawing a parallel with Fisto, who is usually depicted of riding the heroic counterpart Stridor. Widely released box sets of both Jitsu and Night Stalker and Fisto and Stridor reinforce this connection. Masters of the Universe Classics. The bandit Jitsu was rescued from the prison star by Keldor during the Great Unrest. In gratitude, Jitsu offered his services to Keldor and remained loyal after his transformation to Skeletor. Jitsu was a master in several forms of martial arts, and often found himself at the front line in the war against the heroic warriors of King Randor. During the Battle of Gritori Bridge, Jitsu was wounded by his archenemy, Fisto. His hand had to be replaced by a golden bionic hand constructed by Triclops. After Skeletor left for the conquest of the stars, Jitsu took over Snake Mountain and ruled it with a golden iron fist. Now, that's kind of funny because I've not even seen that in the comics, and I pride myself in owning all but 13 of the comics that I own. The only 13 comics that I do not own are the 1985 DC comics that I do not own. No, excuse me, Star Comics that I do not own. And I've actually gone through them on the internet, and I've seen only one depiction of Jitsu throughout that entire set. And as far as some of the newer comics, I have not seen Jitsu portrayed except for a background character from time to time. So with that, when you talk about Jitsu, again, Jitsu would have been one of the better characters really to have, because Jitsu just has so much about him. He has he's got that samurai look. He's got the iron chopper hand. And really, if you take a look at his armament is almost reminiscent of King Randor, but is also very reminiscent to the Chinese or Japanese emperors. So I kind of find that funny that Jitsu, just because Filmation and Mattel didn't want to enter a character in fear that they would be seen as having some sort of maybe I don't want to say racist, but downplay another ethnic group. Now, what I did also find on Jitsu is, again, kind of a strange little story to this, but at the same time, it definitely just depicts what I just read. Jitsu is an intergalactic bandit. Jitsu was broken out of the prison star by Keldar during the Great Unrest. In gratitude, he agreed to serve the evil Lord of Destruction. And again, it's the same thing. I do not remember this being in the cartoon. I do not remember this being even through the 2000X series. I know it definitely wasn't depicted in Revelations. From what I'm seeing now, it's definitely not being depicted in any of the new Masters of the Universe cartoons. Yeah, that's true. Masterversal Toy Hunter. He was kind of like a housekeeper for Snake Mountain, and I think that's kind of like really downplaying his character even more, you know. So and by housekeeper, I don't mean like he's cleaning the lair or anything. He was the one that, if nothing else, he could be like a last resort. It was kind of Jitsu's character history is just so strange. In fact, again at the end, when Skeletor is going to the cosmos to go to the other stars to go try and be the Lord of Destruction anywhere else, it's definitely kind of strange. This character, I think, is very underused. I think this character has so much more to offer, and I'm really disappointed that he wasn't brought up in more of the cartoon and given a better backstory. All in all, with that being said, Jitsu is an amazing figure. He's an amazing toy. So the little history lesson, I guess, as we'll call it, is over. But here is Masterverse Jitsu. Very, Masters of the Universe New Eternia Jitsu. And he is a wonderful figure. Again, I love the art. This artwork is so amazing. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 here so we can get to looking at that artwork better. This is an amazing set of artwork to an amazing figure that I'm going to bust out of this box here very shortly. I love this figure. And of course, he's got his 40th anniversary sticker right here. Let's go ahead and read the box. Jitsu, Master of Martial Arts. Rescued from Point Dread prison by Prince Adam to aid in the research for the Isle of Grayskull. Jitsu, the mysterious man from Gertori, knows more about the legends than anyone in Eternos. Mistrusted as a thief, the Master of Martial Arts shows his true colors, aligning with He-Man in the fight to protect Eternia and the universe. So now I'm learning something new, because Jitsu is always portrayed as the bad guy. So is Jitsu really a bad guy? Is he a good guy? Is he one of those characters that you go through and you think, so is he more of a for hire, should I say, a mercenary? Or would he be more as to being good or evil? I think I would rather try to say that he's more like a mercenary in a sense, because as he's depicted as one who helps Skeletor. But then now at the back of this box for New Eternia, he is depicted as aligning himself with He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. So it's a very interesting story, definitely indeed, but he's just an amazing character, and I really think that his character should be expanded upon a lot more. He is really absolutely a very, very cool figure, and I think he definitely is a cool character and needs to be something more than what he is. I know the weather is bad for a lot of places right now. It's been going through on the Toy Network. We've had hail, we've had rain. We've had rain in here in St. Louis. We've had some pretty gusty winds, almost topping now at 55 miles an hour. And it's definitely been, it's going to be a ride all night. We have warnings until 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So I think first I want to start with the mask that he comes with. This is actually very reminiscent of Japanese culture, Chinese culture, Asian culture. Let's say it better that way. Asian culture. When you look at this mask, it's got the demon fangs on the side coursed up. The design is spot on. And it's very, very nice. I think there could have been a little bit different done with his weaponry. His katana, I definitely like. It's got the golden stop at the my mind is just stopping today. On the hilt of the sword, excuse me. And then the hand guard at the top, which is very, very nice. However, I wish, Mattel, that you would have done a little bit something different with the orange on this part of the sword. I will definitely be doing some custom on that. And I'll be doing some custom on the blade itself. But this is also very reminiscent to Masters of the Universe Origins, as well as I do believe also the vintage line was just done in orange completely. Now, Jitsu does come with an extra hand, and of course, I'm going to leave the hand in packages. We all know I don't take the hands out. Now, I did actually cut all the bands and stuff off them prior to this unboxing because I just wanted to be able to get through the unboxing without making all that noise. Kids. Now, what I really like about this figure indeed is I can actually put his sword on his side. That is so cool. I also like the mask. I think maybe I'm going to have to pop the head off to do that. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, yeah. There we go. But now he kind of reminds me of a Mortal Kombat figure, so I think I'll keep that mask off. Although that is pretty cool. Very cool indeed. Now I definitely want to show off his head sculpt, because his head sculpt is so amazing. I love the colorization, the paint work. Apparently got the dropsies today too. The way the brows, the eyes, the facial features are spot on. if you take a look at the hair, it's down and then up. So it's like folded in half, which is pretty cool as well. The ear sculpt, the hair sculpt in itself is just really phenomenal. Mattel, that was a fantastic job y'all did with Jitsu. And this line just keeps getting better and better with absolutely every single figure that they bring out. And the colorization of the lips that they used for his, the color they used for his lips, absolutely fantastic. Now we'll put his head back on. And something I just noticed on the back of his armor, he has got this wonderful mantis on the back side of this armor. Absolutely fantastic. I got somebody else in the chat. Hello, Adam from Radical Toys. How's it going? Thank you for joining the stream, sir. That fantastic. I've that is really nice. I love how they did that. The intricate design in that mantis by itself, where you could see it bejeweled in the back and bejeweled at the eyes. Hello, Duchess. Thank you for joining. Everyone in the chat, make sure that you get into the giveaway in the chat. Make sure you put the hashtag MV Skeletor 87 giveaway so that I can have you get into the giveaway. So at the end of the stream, before I get off the stream, I can go ahead and draw the lucky winner. And again, the lucky winner will, of course, receive Masterverse 1987 Skeletor from the movie. Absolutely fantastic figure. So getting back to business with Jitsu. As you can see, Jitsu comes with his beautiful golden hand. I love the vac metal that they used on that. And hopefully over time that vac metal will not start chipping. I don't know if there's a way that you can, I don't know if there's something you could put on the vac metal that won't entice it to start chipping, but I'd really like to protect that vac metal on that hand for sure. So as you go to looking a little bit more at the front armament on the chest armor, you can also see on the front of the armor, I don't know if those are eagles, falcons, or dragons, maybe. But that armament is also very reminiscent to King Randor. I really absolutely love this figure for what he is. Now I am going to remove his armor side panel sides just for a moment, because I really want that to be shown out. The rope on that, which is very, very nice. It's very intricate. Holding the side pieces, very reminiscent to the samurai, which, of course, Jitsu is a samurai. He's a master of martial arts. Very cool figure. I actually wish that they would have did this for the Origins figure as well. It gives a different outlook to the character rather than the loincloth and the flat black mat of the belt and the loincloth. So I will put that back on. And again, Mattel has done such great work with their figures as Masterverse has progressed. This is a phenomenal figure. This is new Eternia, so I expect nothing but great things from Mattel when it comes to that. And again, you still have the 30 points of articulation. At the shoulders, it twists. At the biceps, you get the full 360 twist. You got the, I want to say it's a double jointed elbow, but it's not because the bicep gets in the way. But it's still very, very nice. I guess if you have the arm outstretched, that's stiff, so I'm not going to do that. I want to bring attention to his forearm gauntlet, which is also very reminiscent to the samurai. Again, this is a character that has not been utilized very well in the Masters of the Universe line for whatever reasons. The company wants to say as to why they didn't. We live in an age where people are very sensitive to things, and it's a shame, and yet it's understandable all at the same time. Without sounding like a complete asshole, I remember I could go outside when I was a kid. We could all go out, talk a bunch of shit, still come back the very next day or later on in that day and shake hands and be back into our normal atmosphere. So, being friends and this, that, whatever. Today's somewhat like that, but it's kind of not. And I really hope that we can get back to being that again, because yes, times have changed, but at the same time, we are people, we're human, and let's get back to being that. We live in a digital age. We live in a very sensitive time, and yet at the same time, do we have to be that sensitive to where it's almost like we wake up in the morning just to be offended? And I hope we can get past that. So anyway, on with my review of Jitsu. Again, he's very, very underused in the cartoon. He was very underused in the comic books, and he was very, very much underused when it comes to everything. Jitsu is a phenomenal character, and he has a whole lot to offer to the Masters of the Universe. Even with the sides of the armament on his sides, he still has a very, very nice range for doing splits. He's got the full rotation at the thighs. He's got that beautiful double jointedness, which you're stiff. I'm going to have to... There we go. I won't do that with my other leg because that leg feels like it might break if I do that. And so there's the double jointedness of the leg, which you'll see better off here. Still very easily to go up to the middle of the back. And I also want to say thank you to the subscribers for getting me up to 52. I definitely appreciate that. Thank you so, so much. Again, I definitely will have more coming. Videos will get better with time. Takes a little bit of time, and I'm doing my best with what I have at the moment. So bear with me, and of course, they will get better. So again, now I want to take the armament off, which is very, very nice. But I want to show off that buck. He's got that very nice ab crunch. And of course, he twists at the waist very nicely. I have to take that off. The armament definitely gets in the way of his waist twist, which is okay because I don't think I know I personally am not going to put him into too many different positions. Once I get him set up to the way that I want him, I will more than likely leave him that way on the shelf unless I'm playing with him with my kids. But this buck is nice. My next video that I do is going to be on Too Bad and the oversized Beastman, which I will also do a comparison between the two of them as far as size. The size of Too Bad is absolutely menacing in the Masterverse line. Very cool. Yeah, I think Duchess, I really do think that his armor in comparison to just about any other character thus far that I've introduced in my reviews, I think his armament is probably my favorite. Of course, I'm also into a lot of the Asian culture type figures and things of that nature. Anyway, I've always prided myself on trying to learn more about other cultures and Very fantastic figure indeed. I am sitting at the 50-minute mark. I am going to try and wait probably about another, if everybody's okay with it, I'll probably actually bust out another figure to review, because pretty much my review on Jitsu is done. Jitsu is a fantastic figure. I just want to give everybody an opportunity to come in to get their names on the giveaway board. Let's see. You know what? Why not? I was going to save this figure for a later date, but I will go ahead and do this figure too, because I love this figure. I really love the way Masterverse did this figure. I do wish he was flocked, however, but I am satisfied with the way that they made him, because he is definitely a little bit more menacing than what I remember in Filmation, but he is really a fantastic character. And I would be I hope everybody has seen the new box art and the new figure. If you're on the IG Toy Network chat, we have had several people post on there of the new. In fact, I do believe that Mega J was also doing that. I believe Adam covered it as well on his channel. We got some really, really good people out here in the community. Adam does a really good show. Masterversal Toy Hunter does a really good show. If you're into stories, Duchess of Darkness on Wednesday evening. She has a phenomenal storytelling channel. It will literally make you want to hover up underneath your covers and not turn out the lights. Absolutely phenomenal stories Duchess does. But I am talking about Mossman in Revelation. Again, with that fantastic artwork by Mattel and their artwork staff. This is a phenomenal character. Mossman, heroic spy, master of camouflage, once believed to be nothing more than a legend. The mystical Praetorian plant creature, Mossman, is wise beyond his million years. His powers of great strength, plant control, and shape-shifting into any form of plant life make him an invaluable ally to He-Man in the fight against Skeletor as a protector of Castle Grayskull's secrets. Mossman's sagely advice helps guide his friend He-Man to the right path. And if you take a look at the artwork here, right here you can see Skeletor and Beastman in the background, and of course camouflage in the background is Mossman, keeping an eye on everything they're doing. And this is a very, very, very cool figure. Radical, I believe that's Radical Mom, Mary Atwell. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining. I want to make sure that everybody knows how to enter into the drawing. hashtag MV Skeletor 87 giveaway. You must put that in the chat, and I will be doing the drawing for that in just a little bit. Going to bring this back to me now, as I'm going to pull the Moss Man out of his packaging. And of course, Moss Man has that really cool packaging that has the outer layer as well as the inner layer. And how many do I have? 9. So now we have Moss Man with his viney arm. That's very cool. It's very heavy for what it is, and yet it's pliable. So it's very nice. Sorry, I'm out of the camera there. The story of Moss Man is really kind of cool as well. I think Moss Man was kind of created as to being the Earth Day character in Masters of the Universe, how we should be treating our planet, how we should be doing a lot of things that we're not doing. But Moss Man is a very cool character indeed. Very nice to have him on our side. And I'm not sure how he would react. Like, I know when Filmation did the story of Evil Seed, I don't know how if he reacted in any way to Evil Seed carrying complete control over plant life. Now, obviously, he don't carry any weapons other than what he needs to, which is his arm or his hand. I think his character design is very nice with the leaves on the top of the shoulders. His head sculpt is very nice. Now, the new version of Moss Man that's coming out in Origins, I really like the way that's coming. I like the fact that it's coming in a windowed package as well. Very, very nice indeed. He's got Moss Man has got a very nice ab crunch as well. It's a little bit stiff, which means I'll have to work at it to get them to be pliable. The twist in the waist. I like the loincloth that Mattel did for this for this particular figure, giving him the green grass, and of course it's like a darker green grass, more like a vine, I guess, for the belt. Fantastic figure. And of course he's got the stumps for feet, which is pretty cool, so he can root himself in the ground, I guess. Just an absolute magnificent character, to be honest. And I'm going to pull one of these hands off so I can place look at that. Yeah. Stretching out to get somebody, I heard. Very nice indeed. Also kind of gives me reminiscence because I'm into like survival horror games, so it kind of reminds me of the Tyrant in Resident Evil. Very, very cool. Of course, the Tyrant's green in Resident Evil, but that's a whole other story. I just like how they depict this arm for the armament. Very cool indeed. Loving that. He comes with a total of 6 sets of hands. 2 that are out clawing this way, and the other 2 are kind of getting ready to grasp something. I think that's pretty cool. And of course, his holding hands. So well, I guess indeed, as I am now an hour and 3 minutes in, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to do the drawing for the giveaway. If you have IG, you can contact me through IG and give me the information as to where I'm going to send the item to the lucky winner. And if you don't have IG, you can find me on Facebook at my name, John Westby, JOHNWESBY. I will not have a photo. Well, I'll have a photo on there, but it won't be my particular photo. It will be a I don't even know how to describe the photo on there. I'll probably do that. Log in. Let me share that screen. Let me stop screen on that one. Let me share screen on this one. This will be my picture on Facebook. That will be the picture you're looking on Facebook. And that will be that. Go back into StreamYard. And share screen again with the giveaway tool. There we go. I'm guessing this is going to be pretty easy, as I only have 3 in. Should I wait some more? See if anybody shows up in the stream. Let me know in the chat. Oh, there we go. That makes more sense. Good one. There we go. Moss me and all into his box again. So how do you all just, if you have your figures, I know I open mine, but until I get my display actually set up the way that I want it to, my figures are going to stay in their boxes. But I do open a lot of them, but I keep a lot of them sealed as well. I can definitely do that, Masterversal Toy Hunter. Not a problem. That was in my box. I guess I'll leave his mask on his face. Well, I guess I'm not, because my head's not going to fit in there. So, here we go. There we go. Mask back in there. Put a sword. I really do like this sword, but I wish his sword blade would have been silver. But I'm not going to complain too much about that. Mattel, you've done excellent work on your figures. Of course, again, they're just getting better with time. The further we go into the series, excellent work. I'm enjoying it. Very, very much so. And all right, so I'm going to go ahead at the 1 hour and 11-minute mark. I'm going to start the giveaway. I've only got 3 entries, so good luck. And so once again, I want to say congratulations to Masterversal Toy Hunter. Adam, you got a package coming your way for Masterversal Toy Hunter, as well as a package coming for yourself. Very, very cool. I'm happy to give this package away. And I thank you all for the subscription to my channel. And congratulations again, Masterversal. Thank you for everybody showing up. If you like this kind of content, once again, please subscribe to the channel. Like the video, as it helps for me to be able to bring more content. And of course, it will be My Buddy's Customs. Hello, sir. How are you? Thanks for joining the stream. Unfortunately, I just did the drawing. I knew I probably should have waited a little bit longer. But anyway, that's pretty much my video for tonight. Again, I will be doing Eldor did win My Buddy's Customs. So yeah, that's pretty much my video for tonight. I did the unboxing of Jitsu, a little bit of story behind him. Again, I think he is one of those characters that is definitely misrepresented in Masters of the Universe. For whatever reasons, there's a lot of things that he could be used for in the Masters of the Universe going forward. He's a phenomenal character, and I think going further into the Masters of the Universe line, I think he'll be used a little bit more. I hope, because he is really a great character. And as far as the Mossman for Masterverse, this new one, I'm really waiting on this Origins Mossman to come out. When that Mossman comes out, I'm already stoked for it, seeing the artwork and seeing how the figure really looks. And Mattel, he really needs to be like one of those hanging deodorants in your car. Thai pine smell last. So that smell lasts. That would be phenomenal. But again, if you like this kind of content, again, please like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. Make sure you check out all these fine people in the chat channels. Duchess of Darkness on Wednesday night with her stories. My buddy's Customs with his custom works. Masterversal Toy Hunter and Radical Toys. Radical Toys does Geek News as well. Masterversal Toy Hunter with his channel and Masters of Motu News. I think that's what it's called. If I'm wrong about that, please correct me. But all these fabulous people in the chat that have their channels, go check them out. Thank you for being here, and I will see you on the next one.